Welcome to the AHA Vic CEO's update. There's been a number of issues that have been discussed by the AHA board and our council in the last few weeks that I'm looking forward to bringing to your attention today. An issue that's always bubbling under the surface and occasionally comes to the top, as it has in the last couple of weeks, is the issue of alcohol excise, that is the taxation by the federal government on alcohol. Most would be aware that on a twice yearly basis alcohol excise increases in line with the CPI, but there is an underpinning rate structure that applies to alcohol in this regard, and that ranges from $76 per litre of pure alcohol for spirits, right down to $31 or so in respect of draft full-strength beer, right down to $7 in respect of light beer, with wine being subject to the wine equalisation tax. Now, there's been a bit of public discussion about this in recent days. As we know, many are calling for major restructuring of the taxation scheme. From an AHA Vic point of view, we're happy for it to stay exactly where it is, where there is a substantial discount given in respect of the sale of draft beer over the bar, and we believe that properly reflects the responsible environment in which that's sold. We have received written confirmation from the Treasurer, Joe Hockey, that there will be no change. However, we do know that this will be an issue in the upcoming tax review to be conducted by the government, so I can assure members will certainly be on the front foot in pursuing that matter. An additional issue, of course, that's been around for a little while is the Victorian Parliament is conducting an inquiry into the use and supply of methamphetamines in Victoria. We are once again on the front foot there. I think I've alerted members to the fact that we have recently, our board and council endorsed a policy in terms of drug use and supply and around licensed businesses, and we have referred that onto that inquiry and certainly indicated our willingness to participate with them. So expect more news on that. We're actively engaged with the ACCC in their consideration of the ongoing authorisation of the Australian Performing Rights Association, that is APRA. We're keen to make sure that the reasonable interests of licensees, particularly publicans, proper regards had to them as we go through this process with the ACCC. So we're actively engaged there, and once again that's something that will unfold over the next couple of months. But I can assure members we're working diligently to get the best possible outcome for our members. I was pleased the other day when Graham Samuel, the head of the Taxi Services Commission in Victoria, contacted us and invited us to join his commission in a consultative committee which will examine the implementation processes for the significant taxi reforms recently announced by Premier Napthine. We have very keen interest in the issues of taxis. We want more taxis, and we want taxi drivers who are fully informed on what the geography of Melbourne and surrounding areas and country Victoria is, so that when you get in a cab, the driver has got some idea of where you're headed to. So we've got a pretty keen interest in that matter. So quite a bit on our agenda, and I've only scraped the surface of much of it, but just to introduce you to those issues. It's very important that members stay abreast of AHA developments, certainly through our bulletins, our regular updates, and also through our magazine, Hotel Today. So it's been my pleasure to catch up with you today, and I wish you well.